I'm just going to write example. And here's one. And tell me what patterns you see. 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. I'll do blank, blank, blank. It keeps going. I can squeeze in a dot, 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 since I'm at the edge of the page. I'll give you a minute to look at that. What's the pattern? I don't know if I've given you enough time to look at it. We're adding 2, and then we're adding 3, and then we're adding 4, and then plus 5, and then plus 6, and we're going to assume that pattern continues. What's the next term? It'd be plus 7, 28. And then the next one would be plus 8, and that would be 36. The next one would be plus 9, 45. So this sequence, it is not arithmetic, because arithmetic, I would add the same number each time. It is something with addition. It's not geometric, because geometric I'd be doing what? I'd be multiplying. So this is a different kind of creature. In fact, if you look at this, from 2 to 3, what's that?
1.
Plus 1. From 3 to 4 is plus 1. From 4 to 5 is plus 1. Plus 1. Plus 1. So I kind of like to look at this one as you got your sequence that was given to you. And within that, we have this little sequence that you noticed. Sort of a sequence embedded in a sequence. And I made this up. I've never read this in a book, but I'll call this one you gave me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I call that level 1. The level 1, that's what I've used to label it in 2203. I've not seen it anywhere called level 1. The next part, the plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, I call that level 2. The sequence you're given, if you want to name it level 0, the problem. But the reason I call it level 1 and level 2 is because this kind of sequence is called a second common difference. It takes 2 levels of noticing this pattern till you get the same numbers, and that's because level 2, second common difference. So this type of sequence, is called a second common difference. Or you might say common second difference. I don't care what order you say those first 2 words in. And I mentioned that because first time I taught 2203, I got a lot of grief from the class about that. Is it second common difference or common second difference? And it was a bit of confusion. And as I've looked at the slides, I said, you know what? They have it both ways on the slides. So either one of those would be fine.